Good evening and welcome to the Saturday edition of the Minions of the Zoo podcast, stream, experience, whatever. I'm your host and keeper of the Hairy Channel. And with me tonight are Minions Sora Luna.
Hello.
SkepTok.
Hi, everybody.
And Serenity Star 13.
Hi, you sound like you were questioning Sora. Sora?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, you know, a lot of times I have text and don't worry about it. This is just me being stupid. Don't pay any attention. Don't pay any attention to me. Let's bring you guys on stage here. There you are. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I remember when we switched to Zoom for the meetings, and there was a little bit of a learning curve. Like, for instance, you know, what I see is different than what you see. So I didn't realize, I think for several shows, that you could actually see the video I was sharing. So I was doing this whole other thing where I'd be sharing the browser, and it's like, oh my God, what a pain. I create so much work for myself. It's pretty funny. I'm always creating work for myself. But anyway, none of that is important right now. Let's start with SkepTok. Hi, SkepTok.
Well,
my buddy who you and I did the whole show last week.
That's right. It was a 2 sausage breakfast.
Yeah.
Last week, and that was lots of fun. Had different dynamic to it.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting week. Gained a new dog. Got a new dog. Inherited the dog from my granddaughter, who headed off to college.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. They get grandchildren in college, and so we have been entrusted with Gizmo the dog.
What type of dog is Gizmo?
A little puffball, little gay. We call him Gay Gizmo or Gay Mo, just because he looks like a little French, part
like
Pekingese, part
like Maltipoo or something like that.
Yeah, no poodle in him. There's not a lot of intelligence in this dog. There's probably a little bit of fox terrier and a little bit of Pekingese and a few other things. Heinz 57 varieties. Nice little dog, but just empty-headed. Anyway, but Gizmo will have love around here, and he's the only boy dog. He's got 4 bitches telling him what to do. So yeah, we're a 5-dog family now. So that's my big news for this week. I threw out bowls of rotting potatoes because we can't eat them as fast as we can grow them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you give away too many sacks of potatoes, people start avoiding you.
So what kind of potatoes are they?
These are russets. These are Tex russets.
Ah. You probably don't, because of your climate, don't really have a good place to store those.
No, not really.
If you lived somewhere else,
potato cellar.
If you lived somewhere else, those would be good for 6 months.
Oh,
but I think
sure.
basically about 6 hours in your climate.
It's actually not that bad, Harry. But
that was obviously hyperbole. But yeah,
even if you keep them in the refrigerator, about 3 months, they get so soft you don't really want to do much with them.
Well, the refrigerator's not really the right thing either. But yeah, it's like how to preserve vegetables tonight on Minions of the Zoo.
Well, yeah, I mean,
preserving your crops.
We vacuum seal a lot of stuff and tend to refrigerate it or freeze it.
And you know about the list of things not to vacuum seal, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. God. We have sat through so many fucking videos on the vacuum seal thing. Yes.
Good.
I know we have reference on that. So anyway, interestingly enough, Harry, I want to tell you one other thing about that is that you predicted long ago that we would stop using the and I enthusiastically agreed with you that we would stop using that food dehydrator, and that it would take on the status of one of these indoor gymnasium pieces of equipment that invariably become laundry stands.
Yeah, drying rack.
And it has become exactly that. It has become a place to stack boxes and things on.
You know, they actually make like super green eco dryers that use less power that effectively are dehydrators for your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're big in Europe.
I've read about those. I don't know how good they are.
Well, I have a follow-up to our previous conversation last week. I have a few follow-ups to last week, but first we have to say hi to everybody else. So, Serenity Star 13, if that is your real name. Anything new and exciting?
Trying to think. No, not too much. It's mostly I've been just dealing with the dogs, and it's just welcome to the summer. It's not. It's everyone keeps trying to make a mountain out of a molehill about this summer, but at least up here, it's not been as bad as it was the last couple years.
How hot is it now?
For us right now, it is. Let me double check to make sure I'm telling you right. It got up to 93 today, but we're down to 77 now.
Yeah, 93 up where you are, because you get some wind up there.
We get wind. We're coniferous rainforest, so we're humid as hell. So that's what screws us over.
You retain the humidity. You really do. They really do.
But it's still like I remember when I was little, us getting up to 110, and last year we got up to almost 110 a couple times.
Are
you
you coniferous there?
Yes, we are considered. The Appalachians are considered a coniferous rainforest.
Huh? Because that I always think of it as being the deciduous side of the United States. You know,
we have way too many ponderosa pines and everything up like that.
Really? Okay, so you got needle trees.
Yeah, we got a bunch.
Yeah, we can see some beetles will take care of that problem for you.
I didn't. Yeah,
I prefer them not to, Harry. Especially if you look up, they get ponderosa pines get very, very tall, but they're not the most sturdy of trees. So those things, if we have a strong windstorm, they just start falling like matchsticks, because they're tall but thin.
Well, they don't have a deep. Ponderosa pines do not have a deep taproot. They're similar. They're similar in root structure to a sycamore, believe it or not, and they have nothing in the taproot, but their roots go out to the sides and then down. Yeah. And trees like that fall over.
Oh yeah, we used to have a bunch in my area. Now we have regular, mostly around here, it's tulip poplars, persimmon trees, and then regular pine trees, like the shorter ones, the ones that are Christmas trees, like white pines and stuff like that. Around here,
is it the persimmon wood that is red and white? If you look into the flesh of the wood,
it can be. There's a couple different ones that kind of do different ones. Ours, we haven't had to cut any of them down because they're still young yet. So but we also have maple trees. We have a lot of maple trees around here. I'm not exactly in the area where we make maple syrup, but we're close enough that we have a bunch of the silver and sugar maples that are pretty good for doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, right now it's just, I'm waiting for the weather to cool so this way we can start doing some more stuff around here and dealing with the old dogs. But yeah, no, around here we're mostly just trying to stay cool. But we were cool for a couple days. We went down to 80 degrees for a couple days and then went back up.
Do you know the American persimmon? Its biological name or its botanical name is Diospyros virginiana.
That sounds about right.
After Virginia.
Well, I'm not that far from the border of Virginia. I'm about hour and a half from the border. So them being around here is pretty normal. Our biggest problem is that we also have a lot of milkweed plants, which cause their own problems. So I have to cut them bitches.
Do you have an allergy to those that make you miserable?
I do not. We think my mother has developed one, but we're not sure. Hi, Functional.
Hi.
But Functional. You live.
Yeah, I'm 1/8 blue.
There you go. But it's mostly just I have to, because they grow really fast and they can destroy everything. And my mom's also allergic to holly trees, so I've had to clear cut some holly trees down.
I put up a meme for you, Serenity.
I see that.
Oh, I thought you were muted.
Yep, it's wood.
It's
1/8 blue. Functional. What happened? Well, I'm glad you asked.
We didn't ask yet.
I spilled in my haste to clean up. I spilled blue ink all over my arm.
Anarchy.
So my left arm is all blue.
Nice.
How Smurfy. Well, yes.
Didn't get any on the cat. That's always.
So I'm going to go to Sora last, but before that happens, I think I can handle the saying hello to the chat tonight. I think I can manage it. Hi, JB.
I was about to say, I think
That's
probably
it.
JB.
Nice to
That's it.
see you, buddy.
It's JB,
I'm
Captain.
JB.
Thanks for coming by.
he's
We do appreciate
pleasantly
you.
reliable. We like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Of all
We
the
greatly
things,
appreciate that.
yeah.
Pay great attention to you.
Thank you. Yes, it's going to be like you can wear that #1 badge proudly tonight.
That's true.
I think didn't one of you predict that these little badge things were going to go away? They seem to
Yes, I
still be
did.
here.
I said, how fast do you think those will leave? One of my usual brash predictions.
Yeah.
Well, I think for
I said in fun.
bigger live streamers, because Twitch has been doing it for years, you can use or experience points or build up points to do things, and then the streamer can make it so it's like after you have so many points, you can do this, like tell someone to hydrate or make them eat a very hot spicy pepper. So I think that's what YouTube's doing.
Ah.
Like
It's
oh,
a way for
that's
people
like Twitch.
to simulate accomplishment. It's cool.
Well, we need to find out about
Engagement.
Functional and his
Yeah.
Smurfy arm. So Functional,
That
what
was
the
it.
hell did you do to yourself?
That was it. I
Was
was
it?
painting and I was cleaning because I looked at the
Yeah.
clock. I'm like, oh shit, it's 11 o'clock. So
Okay, you're
I was
very
just
quiet.
in haste and knocked over my blue ink and it got all over my arm. Yeah, because every time you invite me to do something, my
Yeah.
microphone level goes down to like 8, which I'm
Oh.
sure is your end because it happens nowhere else.
I'm sure it's Trump's
we
fault
go.
somehow. Now you sound
Yeah.
great. Now you
Yeah.
sound great.
It's always Orange Man.
Yeah. So I have a question for. Well, I mean, is there anything you want to share before I ask you my dumb question?
It's hot as balls.
Yeah.
How hot are you up there?
I mean, outside, I don't know, probably like 28, but inside my apartment, it's like 50 bajillion degrees.
God,
Oh, ugh.
you don't have one of them newfangled devices that makes that not be a problem.
Okay. So during the last provincial term, it was the Liberals. And what they decided to do was our great success story of the publicly owned utility, Ontario Hydro, which created Ontario was literally the land of milk and honey. And figuratively, we had so much money. It was just like, what do we do with all this money? Okay, we're going to fund healthcare to the tits and be the envy of the world. We're going to fund education and be the envy of the world. And we're going to fund retirement funds and social programs and all this wonderful stuff. And we still had money left over because of the profits we made from selling electricity to the northeastern, basically all of northeastern United States bought energy from Ontario because of our hydroelectric from Niagara Falls and from our nuclear generation, which was like in the mid 90s, like top tier. And the CANDUs are still really good. They're modular reactors that can go everywhere, be built anywhere, and are 99.9999% safe. Anyway, so the Liberals decided, yeah, we're just going to sell that. That's no good. Because, of course, the Liberals are corrupt and made a whole ton of money. And now, so the reason why I don't run the air conditioner is because the electricity is so goddamn expensive that I can't afford it.
Ah.
Like, literally, if I were to run it for a day here, it would probably run me about $250.
Oh my God.
That's a get fucked moment. I'm not to you, Functional, to the power company. That's a get fucked.
Yeah, because I mean, it's literally them stealing from us and then bending us over and going, okay, now we're going to steal more from you. It's so maddening. People always joke like, what's the adage? How do you ruin something? You give it to the government or something like that.
Yeah, that basically, yeah.
How do you ruin a whatever. This was like the success story of, well, this is semi like government, not like run, but it's publicly owned, which is technically government owned, but whatever. It's a public utility that made tons of fucking money. And one of the very few instances in which something like that actually succeeds, because very hands off, the people who ran the shit, you know, the people in charge knew what they were doing, knew about the things that they were selling and how that stuff was got to market, and they did it intelligently.
So this isn't
whatever.
normally a thing that liberals would do. I don't think we can blame their liberalism for
Well,
this.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
think we can
It's-
blame
it's-
their corrupt cronyism for this.
That's what I'm saying. This is so weird because it's the example of like a public utility, a government, air quotes, government owned thing working. But then, yes, it is completely because they're corrupt, not because they're liberal, but because they are corrupt. And why our current jackass in power, Rob Ford, has a complete stranglehold over the province, even though he's a bumbling, corrupt buffoon. It's that he's just that little bit less corrupt and bumbling than the previous government. And then yet everybody in Southern Ontario still votes for federal liberals. It makes no sense because they're even more corrupt.
Yeah,
They did
is-
that at the behest of Justin Trudeau. So like, I mean, like
So
it
normally,
makes no sense, huh?
well, normally the way this goes is there'll be some government-run thing, which is a piece of crap that's
Doesn't
inefficient and expensive, and everybody hates it. And then some Republican/conservative will come in and go, "We should privatize this to make it better." And then maybe it's better, maybe it's worse. Just depends on the case, right? I mean,
Yeah,
we've
but there's
all
people accountable.
I mean, Skep's already lived through one winter where, bad things happened because people didn't understand what they were signing up for. That was really the consumers as much as anything in some cases.
People didn't realize they were speculating in the commodity.
Yeah, they
market.
didn't realize what it was. Hey,
They
cheaper
were
rates,
going
sign
long
me up.
energy.
Yeah, it's like adjustable rate mortgage. I like the sound of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adjustable rate. Sure,
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
fantastic.
really low right now.
When I was okay, well, I'll hold this for later. I stumbled across this. Well, I don't care. I stumbled across this clip by this comedian. His name is Giannis Papas. Are you familiar with this guy?
Yes.
No, not at all.
Okay, so he does this little thing here, and I'll stop it halfway through. I won't stop it too many times, but
He looks like the love child between who's that Daily Wire guy? Matt Walsh and Rick Moranis.
don't
I
make
can
me
see
not
it.
like this guy.
I can see it. No sound.
Oh, sorry, no sound. Right. Let's fix that. It wouldn't be a Saturday show without me screwing up the soundboard.
It's a Republican word, property. Liberals got different words like rent. That's a big one, rent. Landlord. They measure things in square footage. Republicans got acres and property.
I love this so much.
And they want everything off, away. Away. That's the difference between liberals and conservatives. Conservatives want things away, less, get it away. Government, get away from my house, away.
Yep.
Migrants, put them in a catapult, fucking shoot them right over the wall.
Yep.
Get them away from my property, stay away from my property. And liberals want everything in, more government. We should all work for the government. My house should be a government building. We should all be government employees. It's never enough government. Migrants, come live in my house. I'll hide you in the basement and
Not that part.
give you papers, whatever you need.
Yeah, when did that happen?
Criminal robbing me on the street. But how has society failed you? That's the bigger question. Republicans are like, don't tread on me. Liberals are like, tread on me. Tread all over my face. I want you to tread in my mouth.
Tread on me
my
hardy,
fuck-
daddy.
I'm gonna tread on my and tread on my fucking. I tread.
That's Giannis Papas. Sorry, why are we doing this? I don't know. We need to talk to Sora because you did something fun and you were going to tell us about it.
Yes.
You okay there?
I went to I saw Backstreet Boys at the Sphere in Las Vegas last weekend, which is why I was not here. And it was a very exciting time. I want to do it about 10 more times
Mm-hmm.
and really recommend going to see I mean them, yes, if you like them, but any big show at the Sphere is phenomenal. It's like the coolest 3D IMAX experience that you may have seen as a kid, like when you saw like documentaries there, but it's like almost it's like not quite sure what the full coverage is, but it is almost 360 screens. So it goes way over your head and a little bit down in the back. Oh, it's great. So much fun. And they did a really good job. So the way the show was is that there was a story of an alien ship is looking for trying to find the millennium, and they were like space travelers. So they had these really cool, their costumes are very well done. They look like 90s retro futuristic kind of Y2K, very cool.
Yeah.
And they had all sorts of really interesting computer animated backgrounds. So it was constantly like a little bit overwhelming. There was so much to look at, but I was close enough to see them, fairly well. Definitely when they came into. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
If you stop, if you go backwards a little bit, on the video, maybe at. Okay, so see where that. If you stop there, see where that on the right-hand side is that walking platform.
Mm-hmm.
Walk out on. You can sort of see a barrier coming in from the right that separates general from VIP, and that's a little bit of a step up. I was basically right on the other side of the barrier, so about 8 to 10 people away from that platform, like layers deep at the beginning. Obviously, people scrunch towards. But it was the optimal place to be able to see everything, to see them on stage, to have them be close by to you, to see all the screens. Because it's like one thing, yes, okay, it's cool to see them, but it's the whole experience. You want to see the lights. You want to see what's going on in the visuals. And it was so neat to have like a spaceship kind of like fall on your head, basically, from the way the visuals were. And that clip of them being like up in the air, that's not CGI. That was an elevated. They flew up on a platform. So this thing that you're seeing here, because it kind of looks funky with the drone footage, but they are actually up.
It's the Backstreet Boys
Brian
communal
holding onto
hoverboard.
a pole because he's scared of heights.
Poor thing. Poor baby.
He's like the only one who was like clutching for dear life on a thing. Yeah.
This looks like a lot.
It looks awesome.
This up here is like the 400s. Honestly, if I would do it again, I would try to aim for maybe the 200, just to have a seat and then be able to see around, and you have a little bit more of a view. But the being in general was phenomenal too.
Nice.
And I lucked out. I had 2 really nice groups around me, and one of which we kind of like adopted each other to keep our space, because of course by the end of the night people were getting a little too like all over you, which is normal. These kind of things. So it was good to have other people who were sober around you.
Yeah, I only go to concerts where people are mostly sober. I'm so boring.
The drinks were very like heavy pour, you know.
Okay.
I had one because I wanted to get the special cup, and it was just Tito's vodka. But the lady, that was not a shot. That was like 2 shots.
That was a Las Vegas shot. That's what that was.
She was very
Dinner. Yeah.
It was very liberal pour, and it was delicious. They had like Y2K themed food and drinks, but I had already had dinner, so I just had the fucking expensive. And that was my one drink.
Y2K
I was like, I'm gonna have
themed?
one drink. It'll be
Yeah.
What is Y2K themed? I mean, does it stop working
So
after
they
midnight
had,
on
like-
January 1st? What?
It's the retro future kind of look.
Oh,
how they're dressed
Y2K
and
is
stuff
now
like
retro
that.
future? Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That completely
What?
caught me off guard. I'm
No,
not
the
pretending to be
drinks- the
deaf.
drinks
that
and
on my
food.
bingo card.
Okay.
The drinks and food were themed by like stores and events of Y2K. So I think they had one that was Hot Topic or something.
Yeah.
And what the heck was mine? Mine was a Cosmo. Y2K Cosmo. Y2 Cosmo. Sorry. The Y2 Cosmo, so Cosmo with a K. Very good.
Nice.
Oh my god, it was so delicious. Very easy to drink, but it was alcohol. Like you can feel it. I was like, okay, one is enough.
Mhm.
And nurse that for the full like 90 or so minutes to up to 2 hours. But oh, it was good. I really liked it. And then I wasn't exploring Vegas or anything, obviously. I just landed. I landed on the day of the concert, had a couple of hours, went to the concert, managed to sleep, and then came home the next day. But it was fun. And I want to do it again and actually spend time at the resort I was in that I got a ticket in or a hotel room in. Yeah. Very expensive though. Oh my god. I will caution, like I knew it wasn't going to be cheap based upon where I got a hotel room, but you notice the discrepancy in or the valuation between the two currencies a lot more at this place. So it was minus the merch. I was just talking before stream with Serenity that the merch, and I got a lot. It was only about 145-ish USD, and that was for like 2 t-shirts, a pair of socks, and then commemorative cup from the Sphere. So all of that was about $140, $45 with the cup. So I personally think that was well in line with anything I've bought here, and usually just for 2 t-shirts. So, you know, it was a very expensive, very, very worth it trip.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the last concert I went to. It was a long time ago.
Well, what kind of music were they playing at the last concert that you went to?
Well, I would require me to remember what concert it was.
I know that feeling.
Because I have a varied diet of musical stuff. Gosh, what was the last concert I went to?
And
Doesn't matter.
while you're thinking that, I will say, so there was a dress code. It was predominantly white or millennium blue. Now, don't ask me what millennium blue means necessarily. It was to mimic the Millennium CD. The day I went was apparently the 25th anniversary of Millennium, the record.
Ooh, nice.
So that was very exciting. Everybody was really happy about that. And getting dressed for that was super fun. I still have glitter.
The glitter will never leave you. The glitter will never leave.
But that's okay. I ended up doing spray over gel, which I do kind of regret because it did not stay, regardless of having remnants, it did not stay as well as I would hope it was. That's their new CD that just came out.
Is that the Millennium Blue?
The upper part
original,
is, yeah.
From the original record. So this is Millennium 2.0. That's their newest
Fine.
record.
I'll find the other one.
Which is why they look old.
Hey, but respect for them still doing
it was so
the
fun
stuff they're
to hear,
doing,
and it was
man.
all the good songs. Now they are coming. This weekend or next weekend show for now, but they will have an additional couple of weekends in December, and they're holding one for New Year's.
Nice.
So it's so sold out and so popular that of course they're like, yeah, we're not gonna give this up.
Yeah.
So they will have December 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, January 2 and 3.
And they're
That's the
selling
blue.
out
And of
these
course
venues.
there we go.
And they're selling these
So-
places out.
Oh yeah. They
It's just
initially
amazes me.
they initially started out with a 9 I think just 9 or 6 or 9 dates in July. And they systematically like added more weekends because it would sell out in like half an hour.
Wow.
So
Can't up Backstreet Boys demand.
As long as Taylor Swift doesn't have another
love it.
freaking concert like tour, they'll probably be the big concert sellers for this year.
That'll be fun.
the thing
That's
is
nice.
that I have a little bit of FOMO because from the looks of it, it was a really good concert for the Eras tour. And it was a lot of fun having the Eras Tour weekend in here because I spent it on I went out with the friends and stuff, and we just to be in downtown, and it was a really good vibe.
Yeah.
Would I want to see it? I kind of wish I did see it, but the thing is that I like maybe a couple, I don't know, maybe 10 songs in her whole collection over the whole from day one to now.
Yeah.
Really like, and a couple of them are deep cuts that were more like from TV series or show or movies. So it's not even really on her album. She just was a featured artist on it. So if the tickets were, say, $150 versus the $2,000 that they were going for, I would have gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I paid for one ticket was I think I ended up paying like 160 USD. Like we lucked out when I bought it. Like we were like, boom, got it paid immediately, like within 5 minutes of the date that I ended up getting the tickets. So I got them super cheap on first run because Ticketmaster is using dynamic pricing for Backstreet Boys.
Yep.
Which is what I found out is a thing recently and is bullshit. So for those who don't know, it's basically
when there's a lot of demand,
So the longer it stays up and the more clicks and the more people in queue to get into the buying queue for all the tickets, the high they just increase the constantly increase the price. This is not resale. This is first blush buying the tickets.
They are testing what is called the price elasticity of demand.
Well, they're also trying to make it harder for scalpers to do stuff.
Yeah.
Because Taylor Swift kind of fucked them when she refused to allow certain things for Ticketmaster to do certain things to try to guarantee prices for people and keep scalpers at a minimum. So they're trying. They're still greedy. Don't get me wrong. They're still fucking greedy. But it's like, it's just,
they're trying to do a little more of the right thing.
I could take greed and use it as a jumping point to about half of the spreadsheet. So, so I think I'm gonna. I have a few follow-ups now. I remember in the past I told you there's this guy who's from Monaco, some Monaco billionaire who's trying to basically buy up Carmel and turn it into Monaco 2.0.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Well, it's been going. It's a long-term project he's been working on. Well, the city of Carmel and the community have finally made it so onerous for him to do business there. Now, normally I'm not a fan of government being dicks like this, but I'm going to make a little exception for this particular guy. He's finally said, fine, I'm just going to leave. To which I say, bon voyage, adios, see you later.
Don't come back.
Yeah, well, because he's been buying up big swaths of this cute city, the one that you said you wanted to go visit, Sora.
Yeah.
And wanting to turn it into some expensive douchebaggery capital of the world. He really wanted to make it into Monaco 2.0. And needless to say, those of us who live around this place don't want any part of that.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So screw that guy. What the hell? All right.
Did he want to make it an actual international exclave?
Yeah. It's going to be great.
He wanted to make it not the United States anymore?
No. What he wanted to do was make it a giant money grab, sort of like Monaco 2.0.
Oh,
you know what Monaco's like? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like a new town. He wasn't going to declare a micronation.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
The ice cream shop. Okay, now you cannot eat ice cream and walk around.
Right. No chewing gum for you.
No chewing gum for you. So it is Car Week again. Happens every year. And so I'm not going to spend a bunch of time talking about all of the Car Week stuff. Just a couple things sort of came up. So this couple of guys decided to take their $30 million Bugatti, 1937 Bugatti 3, and they basically drove it cross country to take it to Pebble Beach. For the Car Week thing. And their take on this whole thing is it's functional art. It's meant to be driven. These things still can be driven, and we're going to prove the point.
It does not have an original engine in it.
Put your money where your mouth is.
That's a kit. That has to be a kit.
No, it's not a kit.
No, it's a restored. It's an actual restored. It's not a kit.
Wow, that is. I want
The guys who did it have money.
Yeah,
Like,
they have all kinds
this
of
is
money.
Fritz Burkhardt and stuff like that. Like,
Here, I'll go ahead and play the audio.
Don't use their cars and just have it as a object of art, which they are. They miss about 70 to 80% of the fun because they're made for driving.
Yeah, take your toys out of the box.
Fritz Burkhardt teamed up with the Audrain Automobile Museum for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Nice. Driving his $30 million 1937 Bugatti from the Rhode Island Museum to Pebble Beach for Car Week.
God damn, that's
Best in Show in last year's Concours d'Elegance. This year, he wanted to share the car's history while also showing it's meant to be driven.
I wanted to show that it's possible. I mean, if I can drive a pre-war Bugatti across your beautiful country, you can do it in a 60s car, 70s car, and just go out and enjoy and use.
Yeah,
take probably got an adjustable spark and all that stuff.
Yeah, take your toys out of the box. That's all we're saying. You know,
the Bugattis, especially from that era, are amazing cars. The new ones are dog shit, but the older, especially the ones that were like the very early 2000s and older, those cars are freaking amazing, and they're just they make the only ones who do it better with those type of older cars is Rolls-Royce. Mercedes doesn't hold a candle to it. Porsche didn't even exist. Lamborghini didn't exist. Ferrari didn't exist. Like that era of Bugatti is amazing. They're awesome.
Yeah. Well, I almost think it doesn't matter what the car is. It's just, it would need to be something of this type, right? You know, just take your toys out of the box. I wouldn't be surprised if they had some support crew with them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Flanking them. To make sure that some idiot didn't just go through a traffic light and take out their $30 million car.
Well, that's my thing. Like, I need to know what road he drove because if he drove through Ohio at any point, I'd be sitting there praying to Jesus, throwing holy water all the time, like going, "Don't touch the car! Don't touch the car!"
Well, speaking of markets and stuff, another big surprise: Monterey hotels double and triple in price for Car Week as availability shrinks.
Can you imagine my shock?
I know. I always hear people talk about price gouging. It's like price gouging is wrong. No, it's not. No.
Demand pricing, seasonal pricing.
Yeah, because remember the whole conversation about ticket scalping a moment ago. There's a hurricane coming in. Somebody goes there. They don't raise the price on D batteries. Somebody buys up all the D batteries and then scalps them for a profit. That's all that ends up happening when you say you can't gouge people. Or you have this anti-gouging thing. I just don't even know what gouging is most of the time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I mean, except for public utilities that are supposed to be public utilities and you give somebody an exclusive license. But that's another callback. I'm just a callback machine tonight. Okay.
Well, the thing is like this, unless you are an invited presenter with a rare car like the Bugatti, like the guys who own the Bugatti, you know what the prices for this are going to be when you go during Car Week. You are not stupid. You are completely aware. You have an entire year to save up money to go to. It's like going to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
You cannot sit there and go, it's price gouging. No, it's not. You know how much it's going to cost.
Okay.
Everybody does.
You know what else is going on, though? There was another story that didn't make the cut. Apparently, all of the campgrounds up Carmel Valley are all full. So there are people, there are just people camping and sofa surfing and all the stuff, right? It just all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I mean, it would honestly be a lot of fun if you're into cars even a little bit. Just put the crowbar in your wallet and just go.
Up there toward Carmel Estates, just really love that too. Having all those campers down there.
Yeah. Well, Carmel Valley. Oh, they're putting a roundabout in Carmel Valley. The roundabout humpers have decided to put a roundabout on Carmel Valley Road, right where Laurellis Grade meets it.
You're kidding. Oh, man.
What a pointless waste of taxpayer money.
How stupid is that?
Roundabout humpers are the worst.
I know that intersection very well because I used to run past that. I used to run on Laurellis Grade because of the grade, just for that reason.
Yep. Lost Laurellis Grade. I was once on that road, and the fog came in, and I swear to you, it was the thickest fog I've ever been in.
Yes.
And it was one of the most pucker-inducing drives of my entire life because pull off the road, I can't see. No, I was in a car, and I could not see 3 feet in front of me.
Yeah,
it's one of the most terrifying things that's ever happened to me. Because, you could fall off the edge. That would be bad. You could be run over. That would be bad. It was actually kind of terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Another quick follow-up to last week. Remember, Skep and I were talking about, well, I get annoyed by Europeans because they get very haughty about certain parts about Europe. We have 8 weeks of vacation. We have this, we have that. And I mentioned to Skep, I said, yeah, and a whole bunch of you die in the winter because it's too cold, in the summer because it's too hot, because you're completely stupid about your HVAC policies.
Our houses are made of stone. They're better than America. Why are we boiling?
Yeah. And so right afterwards, this comes out. Top climate tech executive, the AC gap between Europe and America is becoming an economic liability. Yeah. Having people die and not want to work there and all this other stuff, it's a real problem. Air conditioning is great. Geodes would be dead 1,000 times over if it wasn't for air conditioning.
Texas would not have been settled. Not
in the way it has been, at least. Yeah.
Not anywhere near the way that it was. I grew up in my mother grew up in a house without air conditioning in Waco, Texas. And I remember we used to go down to that house, and my grandmother finally gave in and air conditioned 2 rooms, her bedroom and a bedroom upstairs that her sister used. And I remember sleeping out on the porch. You slept outdoors in the screened-in porch that wrapped around the side of the house. It was a really cool thing for the kids, but it was the coolest place in the house to sleep. It really is miserably hot down there. When it's been 100 degrees all day, it only cools down to about 80 degrees at night down there. Very, very, very tough to settle that with the number of people who live there.
Well, yeah, Europe needs to just come to terms with the fact that whether it's climate change or an aging population, whatever it is, you have unconscionably large numbers of people that are dying for no reason. And just, stop bragging about how fast your electric tea kettles are and fix your basic problems. Because, as much fun as I make of Europe, I don't want to see you guys dying for no good reason. It's just stupid.
Well, so they discourage air conditioning, and that's just insane.
Yeah, just stop it. Functional.
Yes.
If I keep doing follow-ups, I'm not going to talk to you until the next hour. So let's just do things a little bit out of order. I have a rant. Okay. And I saw this thing. Okay. So at this San Jose fusion restaurant, Mexican and Jordanian flavors collide. Now, I was immediately pissed off because this is dumb. But then I knew when I scroll down, there's going to be a paragraph in here that says that this is being run by a couple of people, and one of them is Mexican and one of them is Jordanian.
Yes.
It's inevitable.
What's the first paragraph?
It's inevitable as anything, right? So it's not here, you go through and they talk about how great it is and all this sort of stuff and the people who manage the restaurant, and then they go all the way down here and it's like you're just sort of burying the lead. Okay. Where is it? It's way down here. Oh, sorry. Well, basically, they just say, it just so happens to turn out ... And, okay, so first of all, I see no reason for these fusions to collide. I mean, these 2 different types of food to collide in a fusion to begin with. Mm-hmm. I'm very happy having them both be separate forever. The fact that these two people love each other is great, but I hate these ill-conceived fusion restaurants. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But this seems like a very ugly baby that these two have decided to make. I mean, you can tell me I'm wrong, but I just hate this thing. Located on a quiet corner of South San Jose, Aussie Mexican fusion bistro would be easy to miss if it weren't for the vibrant butterfly mural on the wall. One of the butterfly's wings is a Mexican flag, and the other is a Jordanian flag. God, just shut up.
I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it too. Inside, where customers sip micheladas and catch sports on the TV, the restaurant feels like a standard Mexican spot until the basket of pita chips and tortilla chips arrives at the table. Instead of guacamole, you dip the chips in hummus topped with salsa macha. Just F right off. Just
No,
Just
not happening for me.
Okay.
metaphorically
time out.
speaking, throw yourself in a wood chipper, do us all a favor.
Y'all are getting way too aggressive about this. It's fusion food you don't have to eat.
I'm going to aggressively not eat it, and I'm going to complain about it because I knew that Functional
Okay.
would back me up on this.
Yes. I mean, just make good fucking food.
Just make good fucking food, and it looks well made.
Yeah, it might be. I don't like Jordanian like stuff.
I went to this restaurant one time that was like a Wiener Schnitzel that had been converted, and it had two restaurants running out of it. One of them was Japanese, and one of them was German. And instead of trying to fusion them, they just had two different lines depending on what kind of food you went to. You went to a different cash register, and nothing stopped you from stepping over to the other line and getting like a side dish of Spätzle. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
It's just fusion.
Yeah, it's a bad fusion. And it's not it's fusion. The reason they chose to do this fusion is because they're like, look at what a great diverse couple we are, and now we're expressing it through our food. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just selling. That's their sell point.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not that.
Still lame.
It's lame.
Okay.
Not sold.
I think, I don't see. You should be used to this kind of stuff.
I am.
We have
When-
like a ridiculous amount of fusion here on the West Coast.
It's like crossbreeding a Rottweiler with a poodle. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, I mean, some combinations of things just shouldn't happen. Close it, rethink this, paint over that mural, close it down. And,
He's a Greek. She's an Eskimo.
So we had
Fusion of-
we had an Indian Mexican fusion place here that was actually really good. So like tacos with Indian like seasoning or fusion, like samosa tacos, or and biryani with Mexican flavorings, and it was really cool. Very, very tasty. Unfortunately, it was they opened in a place that was really kind of not a good place for such a concept because it was very awkward. Not a lot of businesses in that area. People don't walk there during lunchtime, et cetera, et cetera.
And lots of closed-minded people like me.
Yeah, probably. I ate there a couple times for lunch. I really enjoyed it, and then they transitioned to. So we have this concept downtown where there's this one place that hosts like 24 different kitchens.
Oh yeah.
So
Those are
it's like a collaborative restaurant. But it's not. There's no sit down. You go there and you can choose from all
It's
sorts
like
of
a
different
hawker center.
Say again, sorry.
It's like a hawker center that's in like Thailand and stuff like that. Like it's like little like booths almost, and there's a central like eating area.
Oh no, it's not even that. It's like it looks like there's nothing there because everything's behind the scenes. So you can choose from either from their app or you go in person, and there's like multiple different kitchens. They all have like a micro kitchen, so you don't see them, but they have the different companies. So like you can have so they basically, a lot of these places, they do predominantly catering, but then this is their way of having like a storefront, but you're not having your own, you're not responsible for your own brick and mortar place.
Yeah.
Basically, you're one of 20, I think that's too many. I think there's probably like 12 or 15 kitchens, quote unquote, like different restaurants, but they're all in this one hubbub. It's very cool. So they moved into that kind of environment, and that seems to be working out for them.
That's good.
Got another one for you, Functional.
Oh, God.
Okay, what do you think about this great new ingredient? New types of flour contains more protein than meat and eggs, and you're just looking at it going, it's going to be cricket flour, isn't it? And it's cricket flour.
Yeah, it's bugs.
These people just won't stop. I don't want to eat crickets ever.
Very few people do. Like
it's a new type of flour.
It's
That's
new
not
though.
Flour.
You like new
That's
things,
not
don't you?
flour.
You're not
Yeah,
against
I like
progress. You're not
It's
against
protein
progress,
powder.
are you?
No, I'm not. I love new things, but that's not flour.
Yeah, like when they say, "Oh, would you like almond milk?" Almonds have titties now.
Mhm.
Almond
Does
beverage.
cricket come out of a what do they call it? The chaff.
Well,
you separate the cricket from the chaff?
You
or?
do generate it using a
technically.
thing in your home. You can make it with a thing called a nut milk sack. That's literally what it's called.
Yeah,
Is that
I'm gonna
like
start
cheese
calling
cloth?
For
you
almond-
I
nut
just
milk sack.
I don't want to know more.
Okay. If you're talking about almond milk, you strain it so you can use cheesecloth, but it's literally just water and a blender.
And a nut milk sack.
Almond juice.
You don't need a nut milk sack. You just need cheesecloth.
Almond juice.
Yeah, I mean, it is almond juice. I agree with functional on that, but it's just, that's all you have to do. I make, like, that's how you also make regular cheese, is you use a cheesecloth. So
Yeah.
It's almost like that's how it got its name.
I know.
I mean,
Okay.
if you think about it.
So let me show you.
Cloth and cheese.
Let me show you a food thing that I'm all in on. I am totally in favor of this. This is the opposite of a rant. I want this right now, and I'm not even hungry.
Is it steak? There we
Yorkshire burrito. Now,
Oh,
stay with
yeah.
me. Stay with me
go.
here.
Oh God. Ugh.
They've taken like a Yorkshire pudding, like that's thin, and then taken all of the delicious things that you serve with Yorkshire pudding and wrap them up in it. So you can just like walk around and be as English as possible.
I want this too.
I want this
I want
immediately.
this now.
I want gravy in very specific ways, and it's not that way.
Okay, beef Yorkshireito, beautifully soft braised Herefordshire beef, giant Yorkshire pudding filled with sage and onion stuffing, roast potatoes, greens, our favorite signature gravy, and wrapped up like a burrito. 1,000 times yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hurt me. And then hurt
They have a
me
chicken
again.
version of it, roasted with lemon, thyme, honey, and black pepper, giant Yorkshire pudding filled with sage and onion stuffing, roasted potatoes, greens, our signature gravy wrapped up like a burrito. I want one of these. Oh, cauliflower cheese, Yorkshire? Yeah. Just wrap everything in Yorkshire pudding and then feed it to me. That sounds fantastic.
I'm with you, Harry. Yorkshire pudding is one of the reasons it's proof God loves us.
Yeah. That looks really good. I mean, it's not often that I'm looking at food from England and thinking, yeah, give me that. No, I want that.
So Joel in chat told us to look for carbon butter.
Don't do it.
Look for what?
Look up carbon butter. I have
Carbon
looked up
butter.
what carbon butter is.
Don't do it.
This
I'm going to look it up, but I'm not going to share it.
It's backed by Bill Gates, so take that.
Well, when I think of health, I think Bill Gates.
So it is supposedly it's coming from a company named Savor out of Batavia, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Or Batavia. And it is butter made out of carbon and let's see here. There's no butter or anything. No carbon and just carbon and hydrogen without any involvement of animals, plants, or traditional oils.
Boring.
Okay.
Apparently, they extract carbon dioxide directly from the air and hydrogen from water.
So it's graphene.
So they undergo heating and oxidation in a controlled industrial process to produce fat molecules chemically identical to those found in dairy butter.
That's almost graphene.
I told y'all don't do it. I told you not to look it up.
So didn't we get into a discussion of like which butter was best at one point? I know I got into one of these arguments with somebody, and they were talking about how European butter is better, and other people love Kerrygold. And so you have to say, okay, if butter is just a hydrocarbon with a certain amount of water mixed in and some buttermilk solids, why wouldn't they all be the same? Well, the answer is it actually matters what the cows eat. There's a lot more to butter than just hydrogen and carbon in big old long happy chains.
As someone who makes their own butter, yes, you are right.
Yeah, it even varies throughout the year.
Those are polypeptide chains, by the way, that lock in all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, so butter tastes different when the cows are eating hay versus when they're eating grass. Even the same cow produces different butter. But of course, Bill Gates doesn't care about that because he wants us all to suffer.
Well, he's also, that also allows, air quotes, more consistency. I'm not agreeing with it, but it's no. I'm like, no.
You're not going to reduce the amount of carbon in the atmosphere substantially by making it into butter.
I have a neighbor who has 3 Jersey cows. He gives me a quart of milk about once every 2 weeks, and I make butter with that. That's what I do. and they eat off the grass and alfalfa. That's what I do. Or if I have to buy store butter, it's usually Kerrygold. That's the best we can get around here. And now you're showing sports.
Sorry. Logan
But I'm-
Paulson. Hey, let's talk about. Yeah, well.
Well, I was more thinking about the copyright might get.
Yeah, they're just
bitchy
talking about
sports.
it'll be fine. Let me see. There was a thing that was in the spreadsheet, but it didn't quite make the cut. Well, essentially, there's a place here in California that's making lab-grown salmon.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Why did they want everything that's good to not
Be
exist
boring.
anymore?
They're going to make salmon tasteless and boring,
Because they hate happiness.
like me.
Yeah.
They
They hate.
kind of already have, Skep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here it is. Okay, I tasted lab-grown salmon. Here's what it tasted like. It's not so much a problem with the taste. It's a problem with the consistency, because you can clone these cells, but making them form something that's really like salmon is actually kind of hard. The only thing I was thinking that was good about lab-grown salmon is if you're going to put me on a spaceship and it's going to take 2 years to get to Mars, and then I'm going to have to live on Mars, there better be some way I can get my lox and bagels. And it better not be cricket flour and whatever the hell this is.
I was going to say for space stuff, this makes sense because you can produce it kind of what replicators kind of do if you can kind of get to the process that small. And for space travel, that's awesome. I don't want to eat that on planet Earth.
I mean, allegedly the it's actually not bad. It just seems like an awfully elaborate thing to do when you could just eat a salmon.
I have a rule about lab-made stuff. I'm waiting 10 years to see if the cancer
Is it a rule or a guideline?
Both. I'm not touching it.
What if it was delicious?
No, not touching it for 10 years until I see whether cancer rate goes up.
Okay, Serenity. I got a restaurant for you. Okay. It's called the Chubby Cattle Barbecue.
Damn right.
And it's an all-you-can-eat Wagyu / sushi place. It is not cheap.
No shit.
It's like $80 to go to the Chubby.
If I can get A5 Wagyu,
yeah,
all I can eat, fuck yeah, I'm paying $80.
Yeah. I mean, this puts a Brazilian steakhouse to shame. I mean, I'm all in on this too. This looks great.
Is it so it's fully Japanese style barbecue, not with like a Korean tinge, because sometimes they do that shit. Okay, no, it's actual Japanese.
Yeah. Chubby Cattle Barbecue has 11 locations.
Oh, it's got one in Vegas. There you go, Sora. That's somewhere else you can go when you go to Vegas.
And they're opening in Milpitas and Santa Clara. I can go to either of those places easily.
Milpitas?
That sounds fine. What, you've never heard of
No, I've never heard of Milpitas.
Well, that's okay, because there's not really much there.
Well, now there's this place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's on the map.
Okay, actually, the thing about Milpitas is it's like so heavily Asian. There's a lot of, I mean, if you like eating kind of pan-Asian food and you want to just work your way through all of the Asian cuisines, there are some fantastic restaurants there. But other than that, it's hot, it's annoying, it's not nice to look at anything in Milpitas. It's just like a giant pan-Asian mall full of delicious food, but still, it's like, I don't like malls that much. I like trees way more than I like malls.
Honey, if I lived in California and Milpitas also had an H-Mart, I would be there in a heartbeat. I would live amongst the Asians.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
They probably do. H-Marts are awesome.
I love them too.
Yeah.
And Daisos. If they had a Daiso and an H-Mart.
Oh, there are Daisos cropping up all over the place.
Not in my part of the country.
No, here in California, there are Daisos like all over the place. There are a lot more of them than there used to be.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we're getting a little niche here.
Damn right.
But I mean, honestly, functional Chubby Cattle Barbecue is a great name for a restaurant.
Yeah.
That'll get people in the door, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's cute.
Okay, how about I just
want my restaurant to be called Meat.
Meat.
Okay.
I'm sure there is one somewhere just called Meat.
Yeah, of course.
We have a place called Bread and Meat here, and it's literally just sandwiches. But like fancy sandwiches, so like actual like cuts of meat, not deli meat.
Oh yeah.
You know, like duck. They'll have duck, that kind of stuff. You know.
The bread is not baked with cricket flour.
Okay.
No, not as not that I know of, but it is a
good
distinctly non-vegan place, so I'd be surprised if it was.
Okay. Spider builds fake spider decoy. The new spider,
Nice.
thought to be a member of the genus Cyclosa, might build these decoys as part of a defense mechanism to confuse or distract predators.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice.
It's a decoy spider constructed
Seems
out of
like
leaves.
it would be
Peruvian Amazon.
keep the prey
Thanks.
away, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically like those inflatable or like wooden and inflatable tanks they used to fool the Germans in World War II.
Right.
Yeah, don't look too
Landing.
closely. This is absolutely a real tank, and there are a bunch
Yeah,
of them in this
100%.
We're
field.
totally coming over at the pot of Calais. You have no fear. Boy, are we massing the troops. Look at us.
But I don't think this is a thing that we've seen in the insect kingdom very often. There are insects that mimic other insects, but building a decoy,
No, that's
That-
pretty cool.
that feels
Yeah.
kind of new to me.
I like that.
Look at that totally real spider over there. Please eat that and not me.
Yeah.
Nice work, spider.
Way to go, buddy.
Way to go, buddy.
Well,
Now
that's
just-
what nuclear weapons have done. That's why. That's what causes this.
So, Mandalorian actress settles lawsuit with Disney over firing.
How much did she finally get?
Won't release
Uh,
it. But she got her job back because, that's going to do anything.
I thought it was undisclosed.
Job
It
back
is
on anything.
undisclosed.
She's
But it was also part of the deal was that she gets rehired.
yeah.
So
Oh,
do we get is she back as her character or does or is she
Wow.
like-
Allegedly, she's it was to get her job back in the Star Wars franchise. But it's like, honey,
because I loved her, so if she's gonna be back, I might watch stuff again.
eh,
She's
I-
not a
I-
great actress normally, but I think this is probably a role that
Well,
that's
Cara
good for
Dune
her.
was perfect for her.
Yeah.
She
it's required no acting. I'm
was a
sorry.
tough guy, like police officer type of thing. It does.
Yeah.
You don't need an actor for that. You need
Yeah.
a personality and a vibe, and she was perfect for it. So and they fucked up with her. They thought she was small potatoes enough, and good.
Eh.
Yeah.
Glad that they have to pay her something.
My big issue is like, one, why, like, how desperate are you for work if you have to basically make it part of your deal to get your job back?
all of this stuff. I can't remember if I told you guys, but I actually watched the whole first season of Strange New Worlds, the Anson Mount thing, and it's the only one of the new Trek things that I'm willing to watch because I watched like 2 episodes of STD and said no, absolutely not. But the Anson Mount thing, it didn't make me as annoyed as I thought it would. It actually wasn't entirely terrible. I mean, maybe it's like the lab-grown salmon of of entertainment. But I don't know. I might go back and watch some more of that. I mean, I don't hate fun. I thought it was okay, and the Spock character didn't annoy me as much as he could. But there was a lot of creeping Buffyism that kept showing up. It's like you definitely get the feeling that they really wanted to be making original OG Buffy the Vampire Slayer sometimes.
And how so?
Well,
Yeah, you're gonna
without
explain
giving
that one.
without giving away too much, there's an episode where everybody forgets what's happening and they're acting out a story like a
Oh, okay.
fairy tale wearing stupid outfits, and it's I don't want to ruin it for other people if they want to go and watch
the
it.
Halloween musical episode.
Yeah, it's like that level
Or
of
whatever it was.
stupid, but in
Might be.
space.
Wishing 2 episodes of Buffy together.
Yeah, that was then. This is now. That was but the original Buffy was a lot of fun. Actually, I don't think that Strange New Worlds is all that terrible. It was okay.
yeah, it's, whatever.
I mean, that's what you mean. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it was free.
Yeah, okay.
It was free, so I watched the whole first season for free, and I haven't rushed out to get a subscription to Paramount Plus. If I get
Okay.
really, really bored and I'm done watching all of the fantastic stuff that's on Apple TV right now, like Foundation, then maybe when I get done with all the stuff that doesn't suck, I might actually go back and take another trip to the trough and go get some more new Star Trek. We'll have to see.
It's because things have been so piss poor for so long. We're accepting mediocre as acceptable, or just below mediocre is acceptable. There's that, and that show does a lot of things to obfuscate the abject retardedness of it all. That again just really isn't Star Trek. The captain's quarters on the Constitution, the very first Enterprise, are bigger than Captain Picard's in The Next Generation. He's got a full ensuite kitchen, master bedroom. Like it's like a luxury penthouse in Trump Tower rather than a fucking starship captain's quarters.
It's bigger. It looks like it's bigger than 10 Forward to me.
Yes, it is. Yeah. But those are the things that really piss me off. If you're going to do something, first of all, don't. But if you're going to do something that comes before things that you've already done, you have to do it in line with the stuff that came before it. You can't have the Enterprise without any A, B, C, or bloody D. You have to adhere to what was seen in the original series. You can't make the ship bigger than the Galaxy class. And it's little things like that that piss me off. Looking at the bridge, what do you see? Harry, what do you see when you look at the bridge when you were watching the show? What did you see?
You mean the original show?
No, Strange New Worlds.
Oh, a lot of chrome and a lot of ginormous displays.
Actually, I love the sets. I think that the sets and the special effects are the one thing that they do fairly well. See,
so here's
look at the size of this.
It's a fireplace in it. A fireplace.
Is this his or is this somebody else's?
Well, this is a rendering that somebody did of it. So
because his kitchen is way bigger than that. His kitchen is way bigger than that.
Okay, but it still gives you the
okay, no.
idea.
So there's the bar. Okay, so yeah, there's the bar kitchen area, and then he's got this huge ass fucking.
That's where the magic happens, right there.
Not really, because his girlfriend's a starship captain too.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Yeah.
Engage. No, Harry, it's the fact that they're all women. I don't have a problem with women being in quasi-militaristic forces like this. But when you look at statistics, even now, while things are more egalitarian, you had to, even with the dumbing down, the lowering of standards for positions like military, police, fire and rescue, there still is a severe lack of women. Why? Because even with the requirements being lowered, it's just the dichotomy of male and female. You need a certain level of strength to be able to put a 350-pound fat ass over your shoulder and drag them out of a fucking building. I'm sorry, if you're a 4-foot-tall female bodybuilder, I don't care how much you bench press, you're still not going to carry that 350-pound fuck out the building. And it's ridiculous to look around and be like, why are you 2 feet tall, this skinny little Latin chick who looks like Timu Vasquez from Aliens, without the muscle, without the gravitas, and they're always sassing the captain. Every single man on that show, except for Mbenga, because he's African, is a broken, defeated loser. Pike and Spock are like the most worthless people because they can't do anything right. Every time there was a staff meeting, didn't matter if it was Crusher or Chekhov, the captain, or what was the lady captain's name? Skep? Skyway?
Janeway.
I'm making a joke. Anyway,
the lady captain.
They would sit down, they would talk to their senior staff, and then they came to a decision. It wasn't every time Pike is like, I wonder what we should do. Well, Spock is like, well, Captain, we could blah, 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 blah. And then Shorty McBig Boobs in the corner is like, Captain, I believe if we decompress the main shuttle bay, blah, 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 blah. And then the next woman speaks up and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yes, let's do that. You're the captain. You never make up a fucking decision. You just you never come up with an idea. You just defer to whatever the last strong boss babe of the show, whoever's episode it is, because this episode it's this person.
That's not a way to make command decisions. The problem with that is the guy in command is supposed to go to the rest of the crew and say, okay, here's our mission. Here's how I think we're going to accomplish it. Here's my rough plan for how this is going to go. We're going to go department by department. How is this going to affect you? Can you get your mission done? And what problems do you see overall for the mission? But here is the plan. You present them with a plan, and then we used to call it throwing rocks at it. And that's how I did. That's how military operations get done, even at the micro level.
Yeah, and it's not that I have like I said, the CGI, the sets, beautiful, even though they don't make sense. It's the not making sense that it really driving me up the wall with this show, because it's unfortunate because some of the episodes, a lot of the episodes, they went back to that formula, relatively speaking, as much as they could while still being semi-woke, of let's present the audience a sort of tangentially relevant topic and explore it, but not beat the audience over the head with, well, this is the right idea. No, there's gray areas. There's self-discovery and exploration, on the humanity part of what we should, hi Gio, what we should be doing when it comes to these topics,
it's
and
Gio's.
letting the audience decide.
We talked about geodes and he magically showed up. We said you'd be dead without air conditioning.
We said his name 3 times.
Yep.
I don't hear him.
I'm good.
You're good. Okay. So
so basically those things that take me out of reality, even though it's science fiction, you still have to be or any kind of fiction, it's still the best stuff still is kind of grounded in reality.
Okay.
Right.
I have to stop you now because you've given me another segue, and this is for you. This is for your benefit.
I was done.
No, you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this.
I was done with that rant.
Okay. Somebody has put together a video as if it's just for you. Okay.
Fuck.
No, you're gonna like this. The guy actually put together a video called.
Was this Geodes? Did he make this video?
The speed of constant thrust space travel, and basically it's talking about like what you can do with the Epstein drive. Okay, and it actually goes and explains what does space travel look like. I'm going to put
yourself against the back bulkhead.
I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat for everybody for the whole show. So
we're not watching
anybody who wants to go back and watch it can. But this is a great little video this guy put together.
We are watching
Did you
it.
realize that Star Trek and
Oh, sorry.
I think if you want to watch more of it, I think is what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't think I should show all 11 minutes of this. As much fun as that would be.
I love Star Trek because it takes place in the future.
Let's fast forward here. So they talk about, how do you do it now? The home and transfer, but that's not fun.
You know how I said you can't stop on a dime?
It takes a long time.
You can't accelerate.
I don't think it's showing on the stream. Oh, no, there you go.
It is.
That's an ad. Ignore
World
that.
of Warships.
This video, we're just going to look at travel times based on 1/3 of a G of acceleration. Oh my God, get on with it. The position of the planets in their orbits changes the duration of the trip, and therefore there is a minimum and a maximum time in which it would take to travel to each planet.
Yeah, so if you've got a third of a G and you can burn the whole way, how long does it take?
0.3 G would be 3 days, and the maximum would be as long as 8 days. Remember, I said it currently takes 9 months. Also, I want to point out that the maximum times are all when the planets are on the opposite sides of.
Yeah, so basically he goes through a whole bunch of calculations for suppose I want to fly to Neptune. Suppose I want to go from, it just goes through this whole thing. And he talks about, like the burn and then how you have to decelerate and the whole deal, all of the physics of how the expanse world would work if the Epstein drive was something that we actually had. So I just thought I would point this out to you because this is a fine way to spend 11 minutes and 43 seconds of your life.
The Epstein drive is something because this is why they call something like the Expanse hard sci-fi. It's because it uses real principles as we understand them, scientific principles, like you said, deceleration. So if you're hard burning, let's say Earth to Mars, you go halfway hard burn, you flip and you burn in the opposite direction to decelerate. So it's not you're accelerating half to the halfway point and then you're decelerating. It's really interesting.
Yeah. So
and here's the principle behind the drive is basically a nuclear fusion drive that's an what do they call it? Ion drive.
Well, it's super efficient nuclear fusion, so you don't
but
run out of propellant. Yeah.
What you propel is a stream of ions to just burn you through space.
Yeah. Yeah, 0.3
Really cool
Gs
stuff.
is actually
The
not
longest
unattainable
possible planetary
if you
trip
had
in the
fusion
solar
power.
system would be when Uranus is positioned on one side of the system and
Uranus.
Neptune is on the other, which would take just
Giggity.
over a month, 36 days. Up until this point, I've just been telling you the time it takes to get from A to B at a certain level of acceleration. But velocity is arguably a more important measure.
Yeah, it's a good video. Just watch it. Just watch it. You'll actually like it. Oh wait, warp speed comparison. Do not
I already
click.
do.
Don't click.
Because that's one of
Don't
the
click.
things that I liked about Star Trek Technobabble, like deflector shields, inertial dampeners.
Mhm.
If we were to go, what is it, like 9 Gs or something, we're just immediately like pasted at the back of a bulkhead. But because they have Technobabble, inertial dampeners, they basically create a bubble where it doesn't matter how fast you're traveling, there's no inertia inside the ship. And it's like, okay. And then they compare that to the principle of like air pressure, even though there's no air in space, of like when you're in the car with the windows rolled up and a fly can still fly around in the cabin of the car. Funny stuff.
Okay, well, speaking of acceleration,
Difference between hard and soft sci-fi.
is Serenity still here, or do you have to go deal with dogs?
She has left for doggies.
Okay, so we can't do that. Let's see.
There-
What?
There's a video that Functional might like. I think I sent you a little while back.
Which one?
If you have it. That the guy at the working the food stand.
Oh yeah, I can't do that right this second. I'm all queued up here. So let's.
Fair enough.
Okay, so this was fun. U.S. teen influencers still stranded in Antarctic weeks after landing plane without permission.
Was this the kid who flew the 172 to King George's Island?
Yeah. Last year, Gao
Or 182.
began a journey to become the youngest person to fly solo to all 7 continents. The trip also aimed to raise $1 million for childhood cancer. Yeah. Okay. So flying his Cessna 182Q to North America, South America, Asia,
They won't
Africa,
let him
Australia,
fly back.
and Europe. Yeah. So prosecutors said he was authorized to fly to the Chilean city of Punta Arenas, which is often used as a base for excursion to Antarctica. Authorities said Gao provided false flight plan data and traveled to King George Island. Yeah, you don't do that.
He's fucking lucky to be alive. I saw what he did.
His flight
He flew
plan
over the Straits of Magellan.
only included his landing in Punta Arenas, authorities said. Chile claims ownership of the island, which is about 75 miles off the coast of Antarctica.
Punta Uranus?
Arenas. Yeah. Gao was detained at the airport on King George Island on June 29th. He was charged with handing false information to ground control and landing without authorization, both breaches of the Chilean Aeronautical Code. The code calls for a short-term imprisonment or a fine for anyone who lands on the country's territory without authorization. So there's prosecutors, and he's in trouble. I mean, he's not as bad as that provocateur guy that went to Korea and got pissed everybody off. I can't remember what his name was.
Johnny Somali.
Yeah, Johnny Somali. So he's not as bad as Johnny Somali. He's just kind of a clueless midwit who decided to pull this little stunt, and he did not get away with it, not at all. Influencers are just the worst.
Well,
I wonder if this is the Greta Thunberg effect.
Yeah. What were you going to say,
I'm
James?
young.
I was going to say they at least it didn't turn into a situation like from the book The Hatchet, where he's stuck in the wilderness trying to survive.
So you were saying
you're not flying that 182 back to Chile across that waterway. There's no way they'll allow that.
He was lucky to get there to begin with.
He was lucky to survive that flight. Damn lucky.
I feel like there was a Darwin moment here, and we missed out on it.
Truly.
So,
man, that was wow.
But Sora, you said the Greta Thunberg effect?
Yeah, because here she's young and everyone's like, oh, she's an ingenue. Look at what she's doing. She's, encouraging a generation of kids to do advocacy and activism and whatever. And he probably was maybe feeling the same, like, hey, look what I'm doing. It's for good. And they're not going to get mad at me. I'll just say, sorry, but I did it for a good cause, and they'll let me go.
Yeah, I have this filed under, let's see what I filed it under, those magnificent men and their flying machines, because I have a number of sort of flight-related things. So here in Silicon Valley, there's all this weird aircraft. There's a lot of these little companies that are building aircraft all of a sudden. Tons of drone type stuff happening around here. But in addition to this, somebody's like, I'm a billionaire. How about I just build my own blimp? Okay. Because that's what we don't have. We don't have enough dirigibles. Wasn't there a Simpsons where they did sort of a Music Man thing with dirigibles? I don't remember. But yeah, there
was the Duff blimp.
Well, essentially, Moffett Field used to be
that used to be the blimp.
Well, it used to be Moffett NAS, Naval Air Station, right?
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of commercial stuff that's flying out of there now. And they used to have, what was it, a couple airships in these big hangars. One of them has already been decommissioned. I know this will surprise you, Skep. It's full of lead. It's like the whole structure of it is just covered in like high lead paint. Imagine having a giant building that's just encased in lead.
Yeah, it's an environmental disaster.
Yeah.
But funny thing about that is you wait when you're waiting for a hop from Moffett, or at least back in the day, which I was on occasion.
Because that's where your crab legs came from, wasn't it?
Actually, that was when I was down at the PG school. I'm talking about when I was actually stationed at Alameda.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We'd go over to Moffett and get hops to anywhere we wanted to go. I mean, if you wanted to go to Cleveland, if somebody was going there, they'd take you there.
Sure.
It's a free ride anywhere they happen to go. Now, you sit in a jump seat, in a web seat, a combat jump seat, but it's transportation.
It's transportation, and there's no kid in front of you kicking, behind you kicking your seat because your seat is up against the...
Most often, you're absolutely by yourself.
Yeah. It's in a lot of ways, I would rather deal with that than deal with economy class on a modern jet.
No, there's 3 guys moving a C-17, one base to the left.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need creature comforts. I just don't want to be kicked in the back of the head by some unruly child, because when you hit them, they get mad at you, and then they bad. You're not supposed to do that.
And then if you shout at them back like they're shouting at you, you're the psycho.
Yeah, like I'm the problem. Okay, so according to a statement from LTA Research, an experimental aircraft company conceived by Google co-founder and multi-billionaire Sergey Brin, smart guy, it was an A-60, a smaller airship designed to train pilots while the company's main project, the Pathfinder 1, continues to undergo testing. Yeah, so you look up in the sky and you go, is that a blimp? What the hell is this? So this is just the small one, but he's trying to build like this ginormous thing. Okay. Measuring Pathfinder 1 generated headlines, blah, 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 blah. Measuring 400 feet long and filled with helium, the airship is light years ahead of its 1930s predecessor. Built in collaboration with Zeppelin, Pathfinder 1 is outfitted with sleek titanium, aluminum, and carbon fiber, and a gondola attached to the belly of the ship. Pilots steer it with joysticks. Well, hopefully they're not the same ones they used on that billionaires going to the Titanic
Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which helps operate 12 motors and 4 fin rudders. Sure, why not? Giant bag full of helium wrapped in titanium, fine. Sergey Brin's got lots of money. It's fine.
Yeah, enjoy. Exactly. Take your toys out of the box.
Well, similarly, Joby completes first piloted air taxi flight. So there's a couple companies out there that are building these essentially huge drones that people can ride in. And the whole goal of these things is to provide fast, easy, vertical takeoff and landing transport of people between airports. So, for instance, the helicopter terminal in New York, this would take you to JFK. And so it's 7 minutes to get from one place to the other. But I think eventually these could become air ambulances and things that are, a lot less expensive than like a life flight. It's like $100,000 to take a life flight.
The executives in downtown Wall Street, every single one of them will want to drive these to and land on the roof or land in some place and walk to work.
Well, these are going to be operating in areas where there are FAA controlled aircraft. Okay. So they have to follow a different set of rules to the George Jetson type of thing you're talking about. This is actually when I went to the motorcycle hospital and was talking to this guy and he wanted to change careers. This is where I told him he might want to go to work. Is this Joby Aviation thing.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Place to be. I'd be, if I was young, if I were younger, I'd be in a place.
Meantime, Joby Aviation.
Just kill the sound. But I don't know. I think the future looks kind of okay. It goes about 200 miles per hour.
It kind of looks awesome to me. It just looks absolutely awesome.
For instance, if you flew into Oakland and then you had to get to SFO or vice versa because you were doing some connecting thing and that's what made it work, this would be fantastic.
Beats the hell out of taking BART.
What, you don't want to wait 3 hours to get from one airport to the other? No, that's pretty. I think this is actually going to be pretty great. All right. So, stupid airplanes. Let's see. We made fun of that. We still don't have Serenity back yet, right?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, we do. Okay. So we talked about the Acela trains, right? Amtrak's new Acela trains. Yeah, it looks
Those
like
are
they're
awesome.
gonna start running on August 28th.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I mean, it's not going to be like full on bullet train speed because our rails won't handle that, but it's going to be a lot faster and a lot better than what we got now.
Like if I had the capability to get to a closer train station to take a train up to New York or down to like New Orleans, or this is way in the future, or like down to Miami or something like that, for cheaper than it is to be a plane ticket, my train otaku heart gets a little scratching. Be happy, I will be content.
Yeah,
because from where I live down to Orlando, it's a 14-hour drive. It's a 2-day train ride, 14-hour drive. If they can just get it to a 14-hour train ride, hell yeah. I would be happy.
So, Geodes, I found the thing that you wanted me to show functional.
Cool.
Okay. So let's see if I can do this.
Oh God!
Yeah, let's go.
No. This is just admire the hustle by this guy. He's basically feeding this whole crew at this work site, and
right on.
It's just a video of this guy just making these hot dog things, and he's making everyone to order, and everybody's getting fed. You know how I say you should just make your own food, except for this is basically the asterisk.
No. Well, I mean, make your own food, but also, if you're going to get food from somebody else, get it for somebody who wants to put a smile on your face. That's the only reason I got into the industry to begin with, is my love of food. And like, I'm sure if I was in a position like this and I saw the boys, like, look at that lineup already. They're all like, fuck yeah, I want these dogs.
And he's going to feed all these guys in record time. I want those right now. Not as much as that Yorkshire burrito thing. That I want.
I don't know. I'm kind of liking these dogs.
I'm kind of liking these dogs too, and it's like each one of them, he's like, the customer service is great.
I am way too West Virginian for these type of tacos.
What is that red stuff though?
I don't know. It's some sort of spicy Hispanic nonsense. It's magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I don't know.
It's
I'm very ignorant when it comes
magic
to
Mexican hot dog dust. I'm not quite sure.
Because meat, good.
Yeah.
Ketchup, mustard, mayo, good.
Yeah.
The mixed veg, great.
Yeah.
I want to know what that red stuff is because that kind of scares me. It's powder.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
As anybody knows, eating something
in the store, but I don't know what it is.
Like, is that bacon bits?
No. It's like a hot spicy thing that you put over the top. That is flavor.
That bothers me because if there's the flour eating challenge or cornstarch eating challenge, whatever retards on the internet are doing these days.
No,
cinnamon. So when you're trying to eat,
it's not cinnamon. It's
no. I'm saying the challenge is they had to take a spoonful of cinnamon and try to eat it. But our mouths, our digestive system is not built to eat crushed up powders like that.
This is not a TikTok. This is not a TikTok challenge.
I'm not saying that, Harry.
I think
I'm saying
okay.
That's why it scares me because you should never put something powdery dry in your mouth.
Okay, it's my homework assignment. I'll find out what it is and I'll let you know. Maybe next show. I can do this research.
Like tahini powder or something.
That's like too red.
It's like blazing Cheeto powder or something. I mean, it's gonna be something awesome. And I'll bet you it's like kind of crunchy and delicious. That it's not just powder. It's probably more like flakes of stuff. So like Mexican fish food. All right, so yeah, this actually is awesome. I watched this whole video.
Sal de gusano. It is worm salt.
It is. 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 No, it's not worm salt.
It's probably red chili flake.
It's some kind of red chili flake. I will find out what it is.
Chile Petuano?
Let's stop guessing. I'll find out what it is. Okay. All right, next thing. But that was it, right, Geodes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was it.
See, I take these things seriously. Was there anything else that you
See, look at Chewie over here. He's just like, look at the smile on his face.
Yeah.
I want to be Chewie right now.
Yeah.
You want the first guy's order. That's what you want.
Oh, here's the thing. Let's see. What is this?
It's probably not going to have a label on it.
Yeah. I don't think you're allowed to know. It's like a secret formula.
I mean, either that or he has to take it off because he might be working at, that might be a food warehouse, like a food packaging warehouse or something like that. So they may not let him.
So many options.
Yep, pretty much.
Anyway, yeah, I love the hustle. I love the hustle. It's
Respect, yeah.
Yeah. Totally respect.
Massive respect.
Okay, so I have this filed under, I think it's called, what did I say? Isekai Rabbits. Where is that? Isekai Rabbits.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Isekai Rabbits. Okay, here's why rabbits are sprouting tentacle horns.
Oh.
This is, I hate this.
Apparently, it's some sort of papilloma that they're getting that does not, it doesn't go to humans or anything, but they're growing these weird horn things.
Yeah.
I think a culling is called for. This seems terrible and shouldn't be allowed.
It is painful.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to take these to the guild and get paid. This is going to be fine.
That's an SCP right there.
Yeah. Okay. Forget that. Isekai Rabbits.
Did they say anything about what is causing it?
Yeah, it's this weird papilloma virus that they're getting infected with. It says the tentacle-faced bunnies are infected with Shope papilloma virus, a member of the same viral family that can cause warts in humans. Shope papilloma virus is known to affect only rabbits and hares, not humans and other animals, says Kara Van Hoos, a spokesperson for Colorado Parks and Wildlife. Infected animals are able to clear it from their system on their own. Once the virus is gone, the growths, which are made of the same keratin found in hair and nails, eventually fall off.
I believe it was, if this is the same, about like, it's not the same exact story, but I was reading about this the other week where it's one of those Asian beetles that are an invasive species that carry this thing.
Oh, great.
They found, I mean, just
I bet
another
you they have
reason.
those in Milpitas.
So glad those are here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're you know, these things eventually do pass the infection, and it does, these growths do fall off. But I mean, it's still painful for them to have them while it's going on. They're fucking rabbits. They don't know what's going on. They just know, oh my God, my head sucks. And then eventually it falls off and they go, oh my God, I'm a rabbit, I'm a rabbit, I'm a rabbit, I'm a rabbit. And, you know, go on their merry rabbit way. But
so, Sora, you know how much I hate rats, right? I mean, you get it. I showed this, I think I showed this last week, but you weren't here, and I think you want to see this. So there was an episode of Love and Robots, the series, where they had, you know what it is, right?
Yes, I do. Go.
Okay. I'm just going to show a little bit of this.
What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
It's an exterminator.
Oh, good boy.
I really want to see this episode.
Love and Robots is pretty good.
Yeah, it just goes.
Why are the rats so big?
They're Scottish.
Oh my God, they actually. Yeah. Love and Robots are individually episodes that are in this very kind of alternate universe of different Earths and different worlds.
Gotcha.
This one's about the rat war between the scorpion bot and the rats.
I'm on board. I'm on board. I want one for my garage. Any Nigels get in there. I'm going to put one up in the attic. It's going to be great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of their episodes are really, really good. There's a few very sad ones, but that one's one of the funnier ones.
Well, let's see. I'm going to save this for functional for next week. We've already done.
Oh boy.
No, it's good. Not everything that I have your name next to is designed to infuriate you. Just like 80%.
There we go.
Okay.
You have a number, Eric.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Skep, I know you don't drink wine anymore, but you're going to know what this is all about. So California wine region's leading industry group is shutting down. So the Monterey County Wine Vintners Association is basically packing it in because so many of the big wineries basically can't pay their membership dues. They're like, oh, I guess we're not promoting Monterey wine anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is kind of unheard of because I think
the wine industry has changed.
The wine industry has changed, and I think a lot of it was that people thought, oh, well, a little bit of wine is good for me. I can have like a glass or two and it's going to be just fine. Look, people who drink a glass or two of wine are actually healthier than people who don't.
Yeah.
And it turns out that it was just the bougie people drink wine and bougie people go to the doctors and they have better doctors than not bougie people, so they live longer in spite of drinking wine.
Exactly. And that when you
Makes
control for the doctors, alcohol is always detrimental to health. It never offers help.
Yeah, but I have a meta study, Skep.
Yeah, right.
Why do I feel like this is gonna be like eggs? They're good for you. It's bad for you. It's kind of good for you, but it's kind of bad for you. It's good for you. It's bad for you. It's like I feel like we're doing eggs.
All I'm doing is telling you what the studies that are out there, the reputable studies that are out there show. 100% of the time, once you control for certain cultural things like Ari was talking about, that alcohol offers you no advantage.
Well, you know, the difference between fermentation and spoilage is basically just like, do we want the end result to be the way it is or not? That's all it is.
It's PR.
And so there's all sorts of fermented things. Like people say, oh, you should have cabbage, fermented cabbage, sauerkraut. You know, totally good for you. And there's all these things that are, kimchi, kimchi make you live longer. It's going to be great. All these things that are good. Now, wine has alcohol. Alcohol, not good for you. But there are things in wine. I would not be surprised if, like Serenity says, somebody comes back and says, yeah, it turns out that all those anthocyanins and tannins and all the other things that are in there.
They're all in grape juice.
Like all the resveratrol stuff is going to be fantastic. Maybe it's going to turn out wine is actually better for you. I'd say probably the odds of that are pretty low, but it's not going to shock. I'm not going to be completely shocked and fall over if suddenly we find out that like red wine in particular was actually good for you in small doses. We'll see.
What you'll probably end up finding is that red wine denatured of alcohol. If you take all the alcohol out of it, that might be good for you. That might be a little flavanol basket that gets you a bunch of.
You can buy resveratrol as a supplement.
Absolutely. I was going to say that also the stuff is available and it's pretty well produced.
But this is really bad. I mean, this is a major wine growing region, and the economy for wine has gotten so bad that they're closing down their PR firm, basically.
I am not the biggest fan of Steven Crowder, but Steven Crowder made a very good point a long time ago before he went, which is doing this. He was talking about cigarettes, but cigars, but I'm going to use it for wine. Is me doing this every once in a while going to overall negatively affect my body in any over exaggerative way than anything else would? And the doctor was like, well, no, they're bad. He's like, no, is it going to do it? And he's like, well, no, if you keep your health up and do, then no, it won't. Then fuck it. I don't care. Like, that's the thing. Like, the wine has changed. I absolutely, like, the wine scene has changed a lot in that study and stuff like that. But it's like cigarettes. My mother still drinks. My mother's in her 70s though. My mom's just like, fuck it. But she drinks wine. So it's like, that's kind of the same thing I think is going to happen. Like, especially, I know Europeans don't like Europe to be considered a country, but like they're one big landmass. They can get over it. Like alcohol is way too ingrained in most of the culture in Europe for that stuff to go
love hearing that.
Turks can kiss my ass.
Yeah. And we'll pay them to like us again. It'll be fine.
I will believe Turkey is a Muslim country when they stop having all their actresses run around in belly shirts and skirts cut up to their hoo-ha. But anyway, it's just like, is it going to, as long as I don't binge drink and I'm not drinking like Everclear or like real moonshine, not the bullshit they sell in stores. Is it going to negatively affect me? No. Does it make my mother feel better because it helps take some of her pain away that's easier for her to deal with than some pain meds? Yeah, so she's going to keep drinking it, and I'm going to keep letting her because she doesn't drive anymore.
Well, I don't
Not
know.
really.
I must have told you this. This is the thing about having hosted this for such a long time. I fear that every time I say something, I've already said it 3 times. But when my grandmother had to be in a nursing home, I actually got her doctor to write a prescription so that she could have wine with dinner every day.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right.
And I took them cases of wine, because I wouldn't give her the shit wine that she would drink before. It's no, you're drinking unoaked or lightly oaked. None of this heavy oak bullshit Chardonnay. You're going to drink better wine. And so I made sure that she got 6 ounces of wine anytime she wanted it. I did have to take them a corkscrew because they didn't have any way to open the bottles of wine. I know, go figure.
Well, it's like the whole fact of like when people make it to a certain age or in an assisted living facility or something like that, I don't care if you do drugs. At that point, go to town. If you want to do PCP or LSD or X, whatever, go to town.
Everything in life is about kind of risk management, right? Okay, so there was a thing in Ars Technica talking about the case for commuting by motorcycle. Okay, and they just the gist of it is, if you live in LA and you have a desire to predictably go from point A to point B in some amount of time, and you don't mind accepting the risk associated with riding a motorcycle, you do it.
Yeah.
Big Hollywood stars do it all the time, and some of them wipe out and then have to recover before they get back on it. You know, people who ride bikes. George Clooney used to ride a bike before he became ridiculous. But Keanu Reeves absolutely drives a bike. A lot of big Hollywood stars do, because they can get around LA and just predictably get from point A to point B, and who likes sitting in traffic? Yeah. But it's a calculated risk. I rode a motorcycle today, and I had a fantastic drive, by the way. It was outstanding. Even though Car Week was going on, I didn't have to deal with any assholes. I got over 50 miles to the gallon. Everything was great.
Baby.
It was a great way to get from point A to point B. But you gotta keep your head on a swivel, all the gear all the time.
Yep. Absolutely.
And until I get my jetpack, this is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But if somebody gave me a jetpack and they told me there was a 1 in 1,000 chance I was going to die in a year if I used that jetpack, I'm going to use the jetpack.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm all over that. I mean, forget the teleporter, the jetpack. That's what I want. I want to go full Rocketeer. That's going to be fun.
That just looks like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I hate the douchebags who ride around on e-bikes, though. Not e-motorcycles, e-bikes and scooters.
Screw those
because
guys.
they don't follow the rules of the road when they're on the road. A lot of the time, they just go from road to sidewalk. I saw some asshole in one of the major thoroughfares, the second largest major thoroughfare in my city. Some assholes just in the middle of the lane. It's like, you're not allowed to do that. But of course, I'm not going to go off on that rant. It's always people who shouldn't be here, should be back in their fuck off to their own country and do it there. But they know that if they did that there, somebody would kill them.
I just want to ride around with a big old 2x4 and just like stick it out my window and just like,
dude, the amount of times I've wanted to take my cane and just fucking wallop them or cross check them as they're on the sidewalk. Like, dude, I'm not getting out of your way. If it looks like you're going to hit me, I'm knocking you the fuck off that thing.
Minions of the Zoo does not endorse vehicular violence against e-bike riders. And I just want to point out that you guys were ready to give me hate for just being pissed off for ranting about fusion restaurants, and you want to go give a clue by 4 to the side of e-bike riders.
Yeah, because they're a danger to other people.
I'm just saying that my hostility is well controlled and mostly internal, except for Saturday night where I share it.
Yeah.
Well, we were just so disgusted that you were happy riding your bike today. We needed to throw some anger into the mix.
It was pretty sweet. It was pretty sweet. There was a lot of traffic, and I just rode right between them.
That's good. I haven't ridden a motorcycle.
Were you on 101 today?
Drove a motorcycle since
yeah.
11 years old.
I was on 101. I was on 280. I was on all the things. But I have speaking of motorcycles, right? There is this whole thing, like people say, oh, you don't wear a helmet, just become a habitual, compulsory organ donor. That's one of the things that people have said.
Future organ donors of America.
There was an article, and I can't remember where it was, whether it was something I talked to Geodes about or if I just lost it. But there was some guy who was basically a proponent of coming up with ways to get more organ donation. And all that stuff just feels really weird, right? It just feels really weird when people talk about how you can do that. And I was thinking, if you want more people to donate organs, there's a really, really, really simple way to solve this problem. There's an inherent flaw in our organ donation system. Do any of you have an idea what that flaw might be or what I'm about to say? Can you, maybe don't solve the problem, but just guess what my mind has come up with as the solution? Anybody?
You need to have, you get rid of motorcycle helmets.
No, that's not it. Okay, anybody else?
Seatbelts.
No.
Compulsory seatbelt laws, no?
There's a problem with organ donation right now, and it's basically that you can't be financially compensated for the organ donation thing. Just remove that one rule so that when somebody passes away, they can say, hey, I want my wife and kids to get the proceeds from these nice fresh kidneys that are going to come out of me and go get donated.
Or
but
you
the
get
kids,
$400 today, we get your liver when you die.
Whatever sort of thing. But if you take away the profit thing and then basically, this father who dies, he can actually say, yeah, now my kids can go to college. Why not? Why not? I mean, it's this huge, big problem. Why not allow some level of privatization? Now, maybe not having people be able to sell organs to the highest bidder. Keep the UNOS system for determining who gets the donations. But that person, who's dying there is on a slab, can just choose to be buried with all their organs if they want. Give them some kind of incentive to click that little box, know that their family's going to be taken care of a little bit. Why not? Am I just crazy?
I just keep thinking of a slippery slope that'll turn it into a privatized highest bidder thing. That's my one thing, because that's basically what's gotten some people in trouble, because China does that. And they'll take their prisoners and harvest the organs and sell them and claim that the organ is for
I know.
This amazing.
I'm just
and that's
talking.
My issue.
I'm just talking about the West. And like I said, keep the organ donations the way they are. But there's no incentive for a person to click that thing on their thing that says I'm an organ donor as it stands right now. None.
Well, the issue also is that there's the fear mongering from the stupid people on the internet who are like, don't do the organ donation thing because that means they're just going to let you die on the table, even if they could save you. Like, that's the other
and
thing
then
that's
give
causing
your and then give your heart to a Jew.
I don't think a public education campaign is going to move the needle in any sort of substantial way. The market, capitalism always wins.
Yeah.
Just give people an incentive and let them make the decision that they want to make.
But that's also the problem, is that capitalism will always win, which means it'll eventually turn into a highest bidder thing.
Yeah, but that is a slippery slope argument. It doesn't have to.
It is.
No, how do you get from the current law with the UNOS system we have right now? How do you get from there to the I'm selling my organs for profit?
All you have to do is make sure the organ disappears in the transit. And pay people to do that, and then it's gone, and then they've already bid for it.
Yeah, just set up a sophisticated conspiracy and, do it
honey,
habitually.
I love the fact that you think that's sophisticated. I have met so many nurses and people who are in the system who will just hand that shit over to people.
If a bunch of organs go missing and Timmy dies because he doesn't get the transplant he needs, somebody's going to notice after a few of those.
Oh, yeah.
One or two of those organs going missing, because the Joby air taxi crashes with the organ thing on it. Sorry, Joby. I might actually buy your stock, so I'm just kidding. But
you're intentionally making this like also doing this like the same thing of like, you're like, oh well, they'll know, like, honey, people die from fentanyl, and it's taken us years to do anything about it. Like, all they have to do is do it every once in a while with certain ones, or lie to people and create fast adoptions. There were people doing fake adoption rackets, just taking money from people, and they were doing it for years before they got caught.
Actually, legitimizing it would probably reduce the incentive for the... Well, no, it wouldn't, because you as an individual want an organ and you want to jump the line, right?
Yep.
So people pay to jump the line. What I'm talking about is increasing the supply. And if you want to increase the supply, give people an incentive to voluntarily donate their organs. Don't force them to donate their organs. Don't jawbone them into donating their organs, because I don't think people are going to really change with these campaigns. Remember all those ads for stop smoking? How effective were those? I don't think they were really all that effective. I think culture changed.
Agree with you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a big free market guy for the most part.
Yeah, I see it as freedom versus tyranny. You can't tyrannize the populace because what a few might do that would be, I would assume in this kind of scenario, there'd be heavy regulation and laws just like there are now. And yeah, a system in which, okay, Harry's liver was transported at 6:52 in the afternoon of September 4th, whatever. And it didn't make it to the hospital. Okay, so where is it? Like these things are, I believe, even a felony level crime. So, I think you're right in having that sort of similar structure, but just having some way of having a little bit of a financial, like you do with everything. Like up here, you can't sell sperm, but down there or blood down there, I believe you guys can, right?
I don't know.
Be compensated. For blood and sperm, yeah.
And Serenity is absolutely right. I would be lying if I thought that there wasn't some amount of corruption that occurs inside the organ donation thing.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem unlikely to me that, given that it's literally a life or death thing, that there aren't some people who end up jumping the line for reasons that have something other to do with than medical necessity, right?
Ka-ching.
So we agree about that, I think.
Yeah.
That's a fair statement.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think people are going to be auctioning off their organs. Actually, who was it that said you could give them some amount of money and then they'd have the rights to it when you die? I think usually
that was functional.
Yeah, I think usually when you want an organ, it's really more I'm not willing to wait for you to pass away of natural causes. That seems less useful. But honestly, even if it was just even if it was $5,000, right? You're just a guy and you go $5,000. It goes to my family. $5,000 for each kidney. Yeah, if I should die and I end up on a table and I'm able to donate my organs, $5,000 for every organ.
As long as they're viable and whatever.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
that was the first thing that came to my mind after I said okay, $400 now. And because what if that person, they test, they do blood tests or whatever, and he's got a clean liver, no history of alcohol abuse, anything like, no. And then they go on a bender, that kind of, scams the system. But no, I definitely, I think that's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah. I mean, if some random stranger came up to me and said, we know for reasons that you could donate bone marrow to this person who's got cancer. It's like incredibly painful. It is a big deal to be a bone marrow donor. I mean, it's not a non-trivial thing. Why would, I think a lot more people would be willing to donate in those things if they got like a little compensation. I mean, $10,000 gets added to the person's medical bill. $10,000 goes to you. I don't know. I'm just sort of trying to solve the problem.
Yeah.
And I don't think making organ donation compulsory, as the person in the article that I can't find was saying, I really don't like that approach.
Oh, if they make it compulsory, I will pull the binge drinking. No, you don't get to tell me what to do. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm going to drink my own formaldehyde at that point. It's like, here, have a good time.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so let's see. We've been doing this for a bit. We should probably see, do we have any palate cleansers that we don't want to miss?
Animals?
Let's see. Okay, here you go. This is for you, Sora. Okay. Baby beaver accidentally finds a perfect spot to build a dam.
Oh yeah.
Look at him. Yeah, look at him. It's a little baby beaver right there.
God, they're like little nuggets. Look
Yeah.
at this little potato.
Yeah, look at the little spud. So,
They're little cute things.
do you know what a numbat is, Sora?
No.
Okay, I believe this is an animal. This is an animal that my note to myself is an animal Sora and I can agree on.
Okay.
Okay, this is going to be rare. Okay, I like this animal.
Bird.
I like this animal. You're going to like this animal.
Oh,
The numbat, also called the banded anteater, is a small
oh my God,
endangered
look at it.
marsupial animal native to parts of Australia. Okay, and I
never
don't
seen
even know
this
it's from Australia.
before.
Okay, they have a long sticky tongue that allows them to pick up termites, which they eat exclusively. Okay, it's cute, right? It's small. It doesn't cause any problems whatsoever. All it does is just be cute and eat termites. I'm 100% in.
And bang.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a
Because of course they
good
have
guy.
to bang.
marsupial.
It
Look at
looks like
them.
it looks like they took a mongoose, a squirrel, and a meerkat and had a child. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's like a platypus. All the leftover bits, just smush it together.
God just went, here we go, and done.
Because I hate termites almost as much as I hate ants.
Oh yeah.
So I figure it's cute. You're going to be happy. I have it eating termites. I'm happy. Everybody's happy.
Woo.
We're all on board. Numbats are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Numbats are good.
It's on
and
the
adorable
list.
on top of that.
It's on the
Put
list.
them on your Christmas list.
I love comedy stuff. I found an old clip of a very young version of a comedian that you're going to recognize on Star Search talking to Ed McMahon. You guys probably don't remember Star Search.
Old Star Search with Ed McMahon.
Old Star Search with Ed
I
McMahon.
do.
But you might recognize this promising young comedian.
Now, let me tell you something. You are here because of your grandmother. Explain that.
Yeah, well, she threw me out there.
No, come on. What?
Oh, shit. Hey, she loves you, man. This is her favorite show. She buys Alpo, doesn't even have a dog. It's all because of you, my friend.
That's great. All right. Congratulations. Say hello to your grandmother. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Damn right.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace,
Yeah.
Ed
Ed
McMahon,
McMahon used
rest
to
in
shill
peace.
Alpo all the time on
I
the
loved
Tonight
it.
Show.
I
Yeah.
love Ed McMahon. I love him.
Yeah. But honestly, the amount of swagger and the composure is there. I mean, he already looks like a professional the way he's carrying himself. I think Dave Chappelle is very, very, very good at what he does.
Oh yeah. He is really, he's top.
He's definitely top 10 of current comedians alive today. All right.
Oh yeah.
So Skep.
Sir.
I was legally compelled by a contract to take some annoying security training last week. And it was one of those periodic things where they just have to click off these boxes. And in this thing, they had a thing that they tried to make the security training into a game.
Right.
Okay. And they called it the danger zone. And the idea was by answering questions successfully, could I, go move a certain number of steps forward and get to the unlocked computer before the hacker did, right? So somebody didn't lock their computer screen when they walked away. So I have to get to it before the hacker by answering questions. Whatever. It's stupid. It's really dumb. But because they called the thing the danger zone, they played that song, the danger zone. That was it Kenny Loggins?
Yeah, Kenny Loggins.
Okay. But it was like the worst version you could imagine. I started trying to say, well, did they just lift this from some MIDI files? So I downloaded a bunch of MIDI files and every single one of them was better. And I thought, okay, how about 8-bit MIDI files of Danger Zone? And even that was better. Okay. And I realized it's like they're just playing like an electric organ type thing.
Yeah.
And it was
sound like an 80s game.
And it was, it was absolutely shit. But the good news is that it led me to find or re-find the Flopotron. Okay. Now the what?
No, go.
Okay.
Do it.
The Flopotron makes music. It's a computer controlled array of old computer hardware. And by activating it in various sequences, you can have it play music. So it's like a whole bank of 3.5-inch hard drives and hard drives that are open so the stepper motors make clicking things and a scanner that goes back and forth to make, okay, you're going to love the Flopotron. So here's Danger Zone being played on Flopotron 2.0. Once it loads. Forget that. We don't care about that. This is the best thing ever.
Oh boy. It's like a printer.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you get the general idea. This is like the sweet spot of my geekery right here.
Yeah. So
Chef's kiss.
Did you do this, Harry, or did somebody else?
Oh, somebody else did it. Some guy named Pavel Zondrunziak.
Well, Pavel, my hat is off to you.
I'm going to
That
put the
was
link
beautiful.
to that there because he has
Tears
a
in my
whole
eyes. I was
bunch of
laughing so
great.
hard.
He has a whole bunch of great stuff. Pavel does. Yeah, let's look at Pavel's
Thank you,
channel.
Harry. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, videos. Let's see. Well, he's upgraded it to Flopatron 3.0, which is
Master of Puppets.
yeah. So here's Flopatron 3.0.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Look at all his hard. Look at all his drives, Scap.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is amazing.
I hate it, but it's
so
so
good.
compelling.
It's
You just knew how much cabling is involved to control that.
so
crap.
beautiful. So
That
beautiful.
is amazing. Yeah, it is. My MFM RLL configuring heart is just loving every bit of this.
You know,
Just
back in
loving
my
it.
sorry, I thought you were done.
Oh.
Back in my day, we would have these things called dot matrix printers.
Yep.
And this predated the modem game of the same idea. And when we would hook up these new dot matrix printers and print things, we would try to guess what song it played as it printed. It's kind of like that.
I have one
Although
more.
less intentional.
I have one more thing for you. Okay.
Okay.
This is like a little game that we can play because I don't know. I guess I'm feeling fun tonight. Okay. This is the new fun Harry. You still with us,
Harry's letting his hair
Geodes?
down.
Yeah, I'm still here.
You like fun, right?
Yeah.
Nah, he's
yeah,
dead.
sure. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to play this, but you have to guess what's going on. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to
That
play
makes me
this, but you
paranoid.
need to tell me what it is you're actually hearing. Okay. I'm going to play a little bit of this.
Okay.
Doctor Who?
No?
Sounds like a Tesla coil.
It's like a didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's actually happening.
Okay.
Okay. So these guys have bits of magnetic tape and they're attached to wooden bowstrings. I mean, wooden bows. And they're pulling them forward and backward through the magnetic reed heads on the thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's no Flopatron, but this is pretty great.
But how do you discover this shit? That's not.
Well, I was
too much
forced
time.
to take.
Records
I was
with
forced to
extra
take that
steps.
security training.
Yeah, really.
And then I started looking for something, and then I stumbled across
No,
the
Harry,
Flopatron,
honey.
and then I stumbled across
Honey,
this.
No, I'm not talking about
No,
you.
them.
Them.
Oh, them.
Them.
Oh,
How did
okay.
They discovered that. I understand
It
how
all
you
s-
got there. My brain works similarly. I understand how you got to this.
Okay, well,
I
look
don't
at
understand
those.
how
It
they
all-
got to
Look
it.
at those
It all
haircuts.
Uh,
What were you
I was
going to
gonna
say?
I was gonna say it all started with a game of beer pong.
Mhm.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, who was it said Doctor Who?
Me.
Okay, so in the old days, before they had synthesizers, they would actually do things like this for at the BBC Radiophonic Workshop. Pre-Moog synthesizer days, they would build oscillators and circuits and things, and they would have effects like this. That's actually a pretty good guess. So
Well, I'm
early
aware, that's
electronic
why
effects
I-
are like that, yeah.
That's why I asked, because you were like, "What's going on here?" I'm like, "Is this Doctor
Yeah.
Who?" Like, because
No.
it's the same principle as like scratching records, right?
Yeah.
There's a manual alteration of what's going on this case magnetic tape, records, or whatever, and of course, sound is waves, easily thing.
Yeah. I think
I don't know. Shut up.
I think that's pretty cool though.
That is awesome.
I mean, jokingly, it's weaponized autism, right? But it's just
Yeah,
so.
but it's
I was going to say, I think it's
wonderful
weaponized Japaneseism, but sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the Flopatron. Love it. He's got a lot of stuff. Let me see. You know, why not have Beat It? Yeah, sure, why not?
Bon Jovi, Mario.
Country Roads.
Nintendo didn't go after his ass for that.
See, Senzawa's got nothing on Flopatron.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, Tainted Love by Soft Cell. That was a
Tainted Love.
Thing is, everybody remembers Tainted Love, but nobody remembers Sex Dwarf. That was one of their other songs.
I like Tainted Love.
Sex Dwarf is a pretty funny song.
I'm sure it is. I hope it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, oh, that's right. Actually, the Pink Panther is great because I love me some Harry Mancini.
That suits it very well. Actually.
Okay, I could do this all night. We have to stop
Very
now.
fun, Harry. Nice.
All right. So, any parting thoughts from anybody?
This is a cultural enrichment program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
In future, I will be referring to Harry as the Flopatron.
The Flopatron. Yeah, imaginary girlfriend already does. Hey, now.
Hey. But I'm ching. On that note.
All right. Anyway, this has been your Minions of the Zoo for Saturday. Thank you, panel. Thank you, chat. The zoo is closed. Good night.